that you'll ever watch a college football game, the red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. And the Seminoles ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second and long here. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up.
There he goes! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Second down, gonna throw it. Turns it upfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Dogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Direct snap. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll ride him again. Got the first down. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Quick give. Looking for a crease. Got enough for the first down. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it. Between the tackles, to the outside, get these big fellas running east-west.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Runs through the tackle. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Right back to the well. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
And the Seminoles will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Making the adjustment on the play. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Got him. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A strike downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
The Dogs right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They'll give to Frazier. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. 3rd and 3. Trying to squeak through the pile. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now he's looking to throw it. Still looking to his right. There's a creep. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. He's out of bounds at the 41, and they turn bad field position into great field position just like that.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Press center downs going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Here's some daylight. He's finally stopped by the defense, makes up some of that ground they lost, but it'll still be 3rd down and the clock's running. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Upstairs, he's got it. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's Riles. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Caught in the backfield, it's Boggs. Breaks free. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. He'll return it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
In the backfield, it's Frazier. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Straight ahead, it's Frazier. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Got the first down, and the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Now from inside the red zone. Right side, it's Humphries. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
Makes the grab in their space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Drops back on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Needs it here on fourth down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And that's a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. It's caught downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. Hits inside. It's Frazier. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Sells to fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
And he got it! There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. Took a shot as he threw.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. And good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game.
He smashes his way through again. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. When you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in before the game with the Hoosiers head coach. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Hoosiers will kick off first, and here we go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarms. That loose ball, it'll be a turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Handoff for Frazier. Enough to move the chains. Here he goes. At the 30. Inside the touchdown Bulldog. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw one first. Left side, it's Marsh. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets into the 23.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Push is ahead. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And you got to love that third down, man. Third and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on third and short, getting that next set of downs.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Out wide left, it's Preston. Hits the crease. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air, it's Stockton. Stepping to the right. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
When QBs get flushed outside the pocket and they have to scramble, you go into scramble rules. But more importantly, I think as a quarterback, I just want you to throw the football away when you get a chance. Throw that thing out of bounds. I don't get a loss on the play. Instead, the ball gets moved back to the line of scrimmage. I'd like to see him do that a little bit more.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Snapped on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Frazier. Inside the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Makes the catch. It's Frazier. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The fake wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Throws to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Using his legs, it's Pritchard. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle and wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
Right side, it's Pritchard. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Moving the pocket, it's Hoover. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quickly complete. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. That's caught. It's Beebe. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick give. It's Pritchard. Nowhere to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Rides to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. making the adjustment. Got to make the play on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. And the Hoosiers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. With the draw, it's Richard. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line of a big red zone opportunity here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm.
And he's in! Touchdown, Indiana! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying.
It's a seam wide open, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Fresh center downs going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's changing the play. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Becker. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Looking for the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Bringing it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line.
Flag 14!
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Snags it inside the 20. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll send the back in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Buying time to his right. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Moving out to the right. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The snap sets up the throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs. Put 6 on the board. for the two-point try. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's Ballard. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Georgia going up tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown, we're still sitting on a 10-point game. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The give and tick, 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 tick. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. 2nd down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run. They'll move the wide receiver. Fly sweep coming. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Quarterback changing the play. Looking for space. It's Richard. Crosses the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Still running at the 35. He's loose. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over.
He's got it down the field. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Sells to run, looking to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir, we're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. Took it all the way back to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this,
time to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Keeps it moving. It's Richard. Plows through the defense. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. They were back in their own end and they stopped the drive. teams, both ranked in the top 6 and both with high expectations as they prepare to square off. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this, this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down immediately. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism.
Snags it, and there's running room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. RPO complete.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
All over him immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and long coming up. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give to Frazier. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running inside, it's Richard. He's past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Got a man. It's Becker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Wide receiver going in motion. Sees an alley. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Right side, it's Richard. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
Number 15.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third down, here's Frazier. There he goes. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rolls right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on 1st down. Playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on 1st down.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Rush right in his face. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Out wide right, it's Bowens. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the return, it's Beebe. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Follows his blocks. It's Martin. Shakes off the defender. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Give to the single back. Driven back. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on 4th down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Preston. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. This offense has it with really good field position. First play of this drive. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Taken down. Georgia going up tempo. Off play action. He's got it on the run, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Going for 6. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. Just don't want to make a big mistake here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To throw, it's Hoover. Right side, it's Richard. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark. And
the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires to the middle. Nice play to knock that one down.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third down, here's Frazier. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the right. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. To the air, it's Hoover. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
That keeps the score. Georgia 28, Indiana 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Turns up, it's Frazier. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Williams got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line.
Caught, and he's got room. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Makes him talk to the hand. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making the adjustment on the play. Unloads to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, coming out into the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter.
Georgia 31, Indiana 20.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Wants to throw on third down. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you got to
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's past the sticks. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Bulldog! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get real.
Oh, they block it. He's got a chance to take this one back. They're going to somehow turn this into a two-point conversion. Better to be lucky than good sometimes as they extend the lead. From deep, it's Beebe. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screenplay you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute that a lot better.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff for Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back
shakes a man, and he might take off. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be
going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Coming out with it, it's Beebe. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Cuts it upfield. It's Martin. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back.
I've been impressed with this defense today, guys. Like, just really good job of being physical. And you've seen it show up on the defensive line with linebackers, with safeties. Everybody doing a great job filling gaps, understanding discipline, and being where they're supposed to be. Really strangled this running game for this L.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Tells to run, wants to pass. Throwing right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He's got enough. Got enough space. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on 4th. Left side is Humphreys. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Out wide right, it's Humphreys. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Bulldog! And the punishment has been extended. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Pritchard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. One more play to pad the stats. Drops back on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it way down the field. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.